move on that jobs data. Payroll.
Regulators will publish proposals.
Last day of the week. So we're having trouble here at yesterday's initial balance high.
Potential changes the bank
Traded above it a little bit in NQ.
GSIB subcharge or surcharge.
Holding anchored VWAP from the news candle, like Chuck was saying. So pretty good stuff. So I have good news and bad news this morning, guys. You want the good news first or the bad news? Bad. All right. The bad news is I already blew my XFAs, my Top Step XFAs. I had a $500 in them yesterday. I had a great trade set up. I had a short out of the open. I was expecting a little bit of a sell-off pullback. I had a stop order in. It literally missed my stop order by like a point. And I didn't have a stop in. Ran the other direction. I wasn't paying attention. Just max loss, guys. It sucked. I was trading my other account. The good news is I was trading my instant funded 150K. I hit 1,000, almost 1,100 bucks in this one. And I'm only $900 away from payout in this one. I have over $8,000 worth of profits in this instant funded account. So that's good. And the other good thing is I hit $1,000 in my Robinhood account going long off of the payroll. So I didn't lose any money today. I've made money. But, you know, all the time I've spent trading these XFA, or the combines at least, is gone. So very tough to work in that $2,000 drawdown. But, you know, it is what it is, guys. Take your winners with your losers. These accounts are very tough to maneuver in, these 50Ks. And I usually kind of use the account in its entirety as my stop loss, to be honest. So is what it is. So I know a lot of you guys, you know, it is what it is. Just sharing my process and what's going on this morning. So, but I am still up money. I've made $1,000. I'm going to trade my cash account this morning when we get some good setups. I made money in my instant funded, so we'll keep it going. I'm trying to decide if I want to do more Top Step accounts. I don't know. I tend to have really bad luck with Top Step. I'll get XFAs. I'll get to a payout sometimes, and then I'll, you know, after that, I don't know. I just have bad luck with Top Step. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about Top Step. They seem to be pretty flexible with their rules. I don't know why I have such a hard time with them, but I do. So maybe it's random. Maybe it's not. Yeah, no, I'll sit on it over the weekend, decide what I want to do with that. So we'll continue trading. I'll be trading my cash account on stream here today. The market's rigged. You know, I agree with you. The market is rigged, but we have to play to the rigged nature of the market. The market is crazy. You know, there's just no rhyme or reason to some of this stuff. But it's okay, guys. You know, I'm not perfect. All that matters is that I make more money than I lose, right? As long as I make more money than I lose money, I am a successful trader. I consider being successful. And I make way more than I lose. So, you know, losing is a part of this game, and I will share my losses, my blown accounts, all that kind of stuff with you as we progress. It's fun sharing the winners. Not so fun sharing the losers, but it's a part of this crazy game we call trading. And let's see what we get. You know, long dip buys are the play. It's hard to buy up here. Very tough to buy up here, but that's the play so far. You know, we're kind of making lower highs now. But if we hold this, let's see, I'm looking at ES here. Let's look at NQ. You know, interesting cumulative delta here so far. You know, definitely more, I would say this is more long biased. So I'm interested in a little MNQ up here. If I can buy the bottom of the base again. See if I can scale in a little bit here. So, you know, well, actually it does like a little bit of a return to value. I'm canceling that one. In and out, just scratched. I'm seeing kind of conflicting. ES is looking like a return to value, but we are holding this distribution. So kind of the moves have been so far buying the base of distributions. We're at point of control. I don't know, this is tough right here. Oh. Well, you know, I think a lot of traders that trade live, whether they're honest or not, it's still very difficult, you know, because you feel a sense of performance, right? You know, you guys are here to watch somebody trade and trade successfully, not lose money. So, you know, there is a lot of pressure to perform trading live. So, you know, I think it helps that I keep everything low cost, free trial, you know, is what it is. If you find value, great. If not, and so be it. Um, but obviously, there's the pressure to perform for my own bottom line as well. I'm here to make money. So we shall continue. So we're kind of like right in the middle of this distribution here. ES seems a little weaker. You know, David says like high level music performance. I can only imagine the pressure to perform well. And the honest truth, David, is you're probably your biggest critic. You could probably make mistakes and the audience, half the audience doesn't even know it. But you know you made a mistake. Yep. Gotta let go and detach. All we can control is the input. We are out of, the output is out of our control. What happens, happens. All we can control is the input. The output is out of our control. All right, little break of point of control there. Picked up 2 micros. 4. I'll give it a little room to the downside here, but I would expect to go to revisit the highs here. If not, we'll stop out at value area low. Trading the distribution. We're still holding value area low on NQ. We've been holding upper band. So very strong. If we get another push here, I'll probably scale out a little bit.
Website notes the US issues fresh Iran-related sanctions.
All right, still holding one. Closed it. Be right back, guys. I'm gonna use the restroom. Also, let me get YouTube going here. Guys, welcome on YouTube. Good to have you. Let me get this rolling here. All right, I'll be right back. We continue to hold here. I don't know, man. It's starting to look like return to value. I'd like to see some excess to the downside here, but I think it's very strong. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. This could be a very slow fade here. It's also kind of flagging. Trap beat to the long side, JJ, or short side? Long side? I did see that, David. I saw yesterday value area high was pretty close to where we went to so far today. So yesterday's value area high. We're at point of control on the session. Looks like we're back testing upper band on the weekly here too. Get out of that. Back to point of control. See if we can get a little bit. we can break that VWAP there, it's like it could be very strong. All right, we're in chop here, guys. We're gonna wait. It's not great price action. See if we get something interesting. Down $58. Still like the short, but we are flagging is the thing.
We have got that on the feed for anyone interested.
Only caught one micro there, but I would like to get a little more size there. ES looks like they're buying here. So high, it's so hard to buy up here. At least on the regular trading hours. It's like buying just under upper band. It's not a great spot to buy. So we'll see if we can recover, over 622 on ES would be the better place. ES Delta going down. Yeah, look at that. But price isn't really going down with it. I mean, I guess it kind of is. Low volume pullback is what it looks like, actually. So I'm going to take this and maybe we look to get long. Maybe we get a liquidity sweep to the outside, look for the reclaim and get long. So let's be patient and wait for that. Sweep this area down here. We got to reclaim 810. I will take, small size here preemptively. I'll take 2 micros if we just continue to hold this area and go to new highs. Yeah, I agree with you, JJ, but I'm just worried they're going to front run it and we're not going to get there because it's so strong. We're up over 1%. So we'll see. I'll start with very small size, get in. I'll get in at 2 right here. I'll be willing to get up to like 5 to 6, even maybe 10 if we continue to go lower and sweep here. I only have 2 micros right now, long. Yeah, I mean, we can continue to chop. We're gonna have to be real patient with this one. It's always nice when it goes right to where we want it to go, like in 2 candles, but not always the case. This is kind of just a flagging low volume pullback. We probably will get a leg up out of here, but we'll see. We will see. 730 is VWAP. That's pretty far. I don't know, man. Everything seems like a fake out here. Let's see. All right, I'll pick up one more there. So I wouldn't say timber yet. We're at value area low on a pretty big distribution. We could get some price excess to the downside, or we could leave it all together. So I like one there, there. All right, so I have 5. Okay. Nice. Point of control. I'll take off one. I'm not going to turn this into a loser. Stop out. Break even. Yeah, I mean, I'm worried about the stop run. And the stop run could be pretty darn violent. This is where I'll add back in, get a better pricing, reposition. Nice. Big me to fit me. Yeah, it is so far come Friday, yes. Big move, pre-market, which I played. Did very well, made $1,000 in my Robinhood account, trading TQQQ. I try to be, on my Robinhood account obviously is long only. So I look for good long opportunities in my Robinhood account with considerably less leverage than futures. So it's a little easier to manage. So we're going to do group coaching today after the stream today in the Discord. Wasn't able to do it yesterday. I had a personal engagement last night, which was very nice. So if you guys can stick around after the stream today, probably a little after 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do group coaching. Picked up a third. Shorts are salivating right here. And dip by longs are oh, maybe. Oh, bastards. That's what I was worried about. I mean, I will bail, but I got to see. My thesis is a stop run and reclaim. So, I can't just bail on what I think is going to happen yet based on my thesis. They're not going to scare me out of what I think is going to happen based on my rules here. Liquidity sweep, reclaim value. Could screw me first, stop me out, and then run. I don't think buyers are giving up that easy on after that move. So we'll see. Probably will take off a little size here. Ugh,
South Korea's president holds their first phone call with Trump, according to
damn. Yesterday's IB low is 96.92. That's the current IB low. God damn. Should have had conviction. God damn. I was trying to hold to my idea here. They shook me out. Or
Mexican Foreign
Fritz.
Minister Ebrard says I held a cordial conversation with US Trade Representative Greer.
It reclaims that 800. We reclaim 800. I don't really like 810. No, 820. 8. Yeah, 804.
From Yonhap, South Korean President Lee and Trump agreed to resolve tariff talks in a swift manner.
No, I think it was a giant stop run before we reclaim the value area. I'm not watching EX, I'm watching NQ. NQ did exactly so far, what I thought it was going to do. And they shook me out.
Trump invited South Korea's President Lee to the US for a summit, according to Yonhap.
I was looking for the stop run, failed breakdown, reclaim. So far it's the reclaim. We can hold the reclaim. I got back in. I got 10 micros.
Chinese ministry statement notes that China's foreign minister held a phone call with their French counterparts. Trump and South Korea's President Lee are to have a meeting at an early date, according to Yonhap.
No, I think everybody's looking to buy the dip on this, guys. Higher time frame says so far we've reclaimed a lot of key levels.
So
right?
in his phone call,
So
French counterpart, China's foreign minister
any
said
shorts are going to be
weekly
scalps,
consensus on solving trade and economic issues.
but the overall bias here is long.
Chinese ministry statement.
And you know, the bigger market participants, the higher time frame traders are looking to buy dips. Hello, that's what happened to me this morning. I blew all my top step XFAs because of that. But tough morning. And that was pretty darn close to VWAP on ES. And we held 6,000 so far, which is a key level. It's been struggling to hold 6,000. Today might be the day. This is the furthest we've gone into 6,000. Well, I think. Hold on. Yeah. These are new highs since February. This is bullish, guys. So careful with your shorts when we're breaking out into new price territory. As I short the open, of course. Don't do what I do what I say. So far back test a point of control. We need to hold 800. My entry is below 800. Hopefully it doesn't revisit that level. And we go on to new highs. My profits there. Let's see what else we get. Wish I would have held on to my idea. I'd be up a lot of money right now. I had about 2.5 minis down here at 87.
The Chinese Foreign Ministry statement notes that China's foreign minister hopes that France sticks to the quote-unquote correct position and opposes NATO's interference in Asian-Pacific affairs.
Okay, let's talk about what just happened there. 1 minute. So we formed this distribution here. I went long down here at the bottom of it, small size. My thesis was that we'll get a stop run and a reclaim. And if we got the aggressive stop run, I was going to add aggressively into it. And I anticipated that it would be a stop run flush, reclaim long. And right around here, you know, I had about 2.5 minis, pretty decent size. It was down almost $1,000. And I started doubting my idea. So I took the loss. And what happened? Exactly what I thought was going to happen. So sometimes you just need to trust your gut and stick to the plan. Where was the out? I don't know. I probably scaled in too big too fast. I wasn't as comfortable being down $1,000. Yeah, we don't have a great chart. It is on the bands, Chuck, but we're at a point of control in the middle of a distribution, right? So don't look at the bands in a vacuum. We always got to be looking at the volume profile as well. There's more going on here than just the bands. So we are smack middle in the distribution after a stop run on a very bullish day. So I wouldn't short here. Well, what's funny, LJ Biz, is that my whole plan was to see it recover. I knew it was I thought it was gonna flush, and I thought it was gonna reclaim. I mean, we'll go back. This whole thing is recorded. We can go back to it. I told you guys verbally my entire thought pattern behind that trade. Wild. Yeah, I think we very well could revisit highs. I mean, we're still in a uh, ES more than NQ. NQ is stronger. It's not above upper band yet. You know, it's got some, I don't know, we could very well get to highs. I mean, this is a coin flip to me. We're right in the middle of the biggest distribution on the trading hours. So we're also at point of control on the session. So there's no bias one way or the other here. My thought here was just buying the excess out of the distribution. On a chart like today, guys, the bands are going to lose a little bit of their oomph, especially after we chop around it for a while. Like right now, it's all about volume profile for me. But if you held a gun to my head, ooh, so far the fade value or extreme's working out, isn't it? Which is kind of, if you take out the rest of this price, so we do a fixed range, that's value area high on this distribution. So this is our current trading range after they take out the volume from the first half hour of trading. It's essentially the levels we're in.
Deutsche Bank is exploring stable coins and tokenized deposits.
So hopefully you guys are having a better trading morning than I am. I'm still making money for the most part, but up in my other account, it's kind of like a wash right now. still so strong, guys. Like dip buys are the way to go, it seems.
Mexico's President Sheinbaum says, I estimate that fentanyl trafficking from Mexico to the US has fallen around 40% since Trump took office. So we're seeing from EU Commission President Šefčovič on X here, says following a constructive and productive meeting in Paris with US Trade Representative Greer, I held another call with Commerce Secretary Lutnick to advance our work towards deeper cooperation across several strategic sectors. We'll continue our regular stocktake to stay on track.
Break higher? I suspect higher. You'll see we're holding above point of control here. Well, actually, Trading View's point of control isn't very accurate. Point of control is at 830, so we're actually right underneath it. Well, it's pretty close. Do have a little bit of a long here from point of control. Volume's very strong. Trying to push us out of this level. See if we can get back up to 854. Patience. Stopped out flat.
Just seeing a sources piece here, Trump is holding back from calling out China over Russia war aid.
Back in.
So President Trump is holding back from pushing China to hold support for Russia's war machine as he focuses on other issues in the relationship with the biggest geopolitical rival, according to US and European officials familiar with the matter. The US administration will hone in on its bilateral concerns with Beijing as it pushes the conflict in Ukraine further down the list of American foreign policy priorities, according to the officials, who spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss private deliberations. Some caution that Trump could still change his stance at any time.
Still looking long, guys. Still looking long. Cumulative delta isn't ideal now. Looks like we have some sellers stepping in here. All right, I'm flat again. Battling. Battling. Over pennies. Yeah, I would say that so as well, Darian. Sellers eager. Looks like a curling to the downside now. Do we go short? I don't like it how it's holding point of control though, so. All right, guys, I'm just waiting. So we're gonna wait for some movement. I'm not gonna force trades while nothing's happening. We're in like a 3 point range on the minute chart. So literally 3 point range. Crazy. Okay. The problem with shorting here is I'm shorting right into value area low. This is a better long. At least for the immediate future. All right, well, I'm not going to try and catch 10 points here. Do like it short, though.
According to a White House official, Trump spoke with South Korea's President Lee.
What do you think, guys? Long or short? This is fake out after fake out. No, I don't know about your inverted head and shoulders, Carlitos.
Official just confirmed
Patterns are
South Korea's president
valid until they're not.
in the US, and they plan to meet.
I don't use patterns to trade. In hindsight, patterns look great. But if it were as simple as just trading patterns, we all be rich. That would be nice. We read the auction here. Carlitos, patterns have been around for, it's not just you. But you don't see a ton of successful patterns traders. Oh, how did you make all your money? Well, I traded Head and Shoulders. Yeah, I have dandruff. I have Sabri. I don't even need shampoo. I haven't bought shampoo in decades. So while you see a inverted Head and Shoulders, I see a distribution here with a stop run and a reclaim of value. That's how we read things here. Yeah, I've lost all my hair from all the stressing I do trading this fucking NQ. I don't know any 40-year-old Wall Street guys that are actually still trading these markets well. They're all like washed up. What they used to do does not work today. They ride the idea that they used to be a big Wall Street hotshot. Well, my first big mentor was Ross Cameron, who's an extremely successful trader, but he trades small caps. I still trade stocks. I just don't trade them here or on this Discord. I've traded live with Ross Cameron many times. I've flown up to his office. I've participated in his verified profitable trader events. You got to give those guys access to your brokers to be able to verify your profits before they even let you show up to those events. It goes. Oh, 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 what's this? That was weird.
China export licenses granted to suppliers of US automakers are valid for 6 months, as China grants export licenses to rare earth suppliers of top three US automakers, according to sources. Seeing some strength from the S&P 500 here. Again, China grants export licenses to rare earth suppliers of the top three US automakers, according to sources.
I mean, we're still in a distribution here. Poke through IB high. Would like to see some upside here if we can hold IB high. But we're still in a trading range. China's export licenses granted to suppliers of U.S. automakers are valid for 6 months. Sorry, Logger. Chris, do you see value in anchoring VWAP to news events? Absolutely. I had one here before. I got rid of it. Yeah, it's been playing nice so far. I had one up here before. I must have taken it off. I had one when we started. Well, we're in the slow markets again. Sellers step back in. Still in our trading range, still in our distribution. Back to point of control we go. Or do we hold upper band? Nice. Down it goes. Stopped out all the shorts. Liquidity grab to the upside. Back down. Just continuing to trade the distribution. Value area high to point of control to value area low. Some excess. Excess. All the trading is taking place right here. No, it's a tough day. After a big move like that, it's pretty much expected that we establish a value area. We've been trading in this value area since we opened, essentially. We've been in this since the first 5 minute candle. We've been in this value area. We haven't gone any higher or lower than it. And we're still in a, what, 762, 100-point initial balance. Yeah, this range sucks. ES did not make a new high, interestingly enough. NQ looks more like a clear out on that news headline. Well, I did catch a nice little short there at Ivy High on that news thing, so I'm up 200 bucks. Nothing exciting. I might just call it a Friday here. Start focusing on what we're going to do for group coaching. I don't know, Darian. I'm not convinced either way. We're still trading right in the middle of a distribution. There's no bias one way or the other. All this is just excess. All the volume, all the trading is taking place between 809 and 49. So short the highs, buy the low, value area low. That's all we got right now. Yeah, you can almost forget the entire session VWAP. It's not that applicable right now due to the range from the news. The news kind of screwed that all up. So if we take that out of the picture, let's trade it like this, right? This is more like it. I did too, David. Yes. All right, this is a value area low, VWAP. If I could catch a little bounce here. Now we go lower. Or do we hold? Seems weak. Be very careful to go long here. All right, here's session VWAP right here. Ooh boy. Nice. Look at that. Beauty. All right. That trade made my morning right there. Nice VWAP bounce. 30-point VWAP bounce in seconds. Hope you guys caught that one. That was a good one. Yeah, this is an anchor VWAP, but session VWAP was right there at 52. Bounced almost to the tick. Scaled into some micros. 54. It's over now. Real quick on that trade. Literally lasted seconds. Quick 400 bucks. All right, now do we get a back test of VWAP or reclaim? I like the back test idea. Wild price action. All right, that trade put me up about 800 bucks. I'll probably call it there in the cash account. 801. Hey, TJ. Be real quick with those. A couple really quick, good trades. All right, so let's recap this day real quick, and I'm going to get ready for group coaching here. So, $1,000 in the Top Step 1 instant funded account. I am just $900 away here from a payout. So that'll be a $3,500 payout in this account, which is nice. And then I'll still have over $5,000 worth of drawdown to work on, and then it's another 10 trading days, another 2 weeks. Pretty good. I'm happy with it. Blew the Top Step XFAs. I had them one day, literally blown, so that sucked. $1,000 in my Robinhood account, longing TQQQ out of the CPI, and then $800 in my TradeMate cash account. Burned up a lot of commissions trading micros. A lot. Way too much scalping, way too much trading, too much in and outs just for $800. Not thrilled with that at all. Yeah, students, let's hear about it. How are you guys trading this morning? Oh, I know. Well, I have the I think it's 5 for me logger because I have the lifetime membership. Is it 3.3? I don't even know. Doesn't seem worth it, does it? The leverage is just so crazy on futures, man. Tough to trade minis unless you have a lot of cash, especially on NQ. Nice, Corey. Um, I think there's a couple of good platforms, Sean. I think there's Ninja Trader, which is also owns Trade of 8, similar. A lot of people really like AMP Futures as a broker. They are not a platform. They have better commissions than Trade of 8. However, Trade of 8, I could get my money withdrawals same day. Apparently, AMP takes a little longer to get your money. So if I withdraw, if I make $1,000 today, I transfer it out today. I get my money. My money will be in my account by 5 or 6 o'clock. And I really like that. Literally in my bank account. So I pay a little premium for that, but in the terms of commissions. I think I'm gonna log off stream here and then we'll hop back on at 12 o'clock. So in 30 minutes, we'll hop on over to the classroom. Thanks, Corey. Yeah, in the classroom, 12 o'clock. We'll do group coaching. Guys, if you want to join the group coaching, it's going to be in 30 minutes in the classroom. Come join us. Sounds good, Corey. Yeah, Carl, as long as you do it by like, I don't know, 12 o'clock usually, you'll get it same day. If not, you'll get it the next morning. Yeah, it is really sweet. I don't know any broker that gets you your money into your account same day as the withdrawal. Unless you do Robinhood, you can do instant, which is cool as well. Robinhood has it. As far as futures go, I don't know anybody that does it. Yeah, Schwab is 2 days. E-Trade next day. Yeah. Robinhood does instant funded, instant transfers as well. It's actually faster than TraderVate. It's instant, literally instant. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready. Take maybe eat a little bite here real quick. Corey, base hits, man. Longevity is the name of the game here. Probably should have taken it a little slower in my XFAs. It's really hard to switch from account to account based on different sizing and thresholds. So when I move over to those 50K top steps, it's easily I get, you know, one mistake and I'm screwed. One mistake ruins the whole thing. But you know, I have over $7,000 in drawdown on this instant funded, which is nice. 8,000, $8,000 in drawdown. So I have a lot of wiggle room now on that account, and only $900 to pay out. So that'll be good. Showing you guys that it is possible. I have taken payouts on 50K accounts before. In fact, I've taken $20,000 payout on the 25K Apex accounts. That was awesome. But you know, you have to trade perfectly. One little mistake and it blows everything. But you pretty much use the entire drawdown in those accounts as your stop loss. Not uncommon for certain traders, especially traders that are already used to making decent amounts of money, and we can just easily go buy another 5 or 10 combines because we have the cash. So we kind of treat the whole account's drawdown as the stop loss. And we lose them, we lose them. Not uncommon. Now, I'm not saying everybody should trade their combines that way, but it is a strategy. Carly, I think it's good if you have proven consistent. Otherwise, you're losing 10 times as much money when you blow them. If you've never tried it before, it's not as easy as it sounds. Like, oh, just make $200 a day across 10 accounts. You know, it's just as hard as doing 5. I mean, it's all scalable. I promise you. Yeah, if you can't make it in 1, you won't make it in 10. I have Joel's copier, Corey. It's fantastic. I have a lot of his tools. I have his I haven't been trading on NinjaTrader lately. I have it up here for chart for monitoring, but I don't trade on it. But I have he's got some really cool tools. His advanced level 2 tool is great too. You can see your um, bracket orders wherever you put your mouse. It's really cool. I don't know why they don't have that automatically. That would make a lot of sense. If I could just put my mouse on the screen, I could see my bracket order limits and my stop loss wherever I place my mouse, or where the current price is to hit a market order. It just seems intuitive. I don't know why they wouldn't have that built in. JP, we're just wrapping up, man. It's Friday. We're actually having early group coaching here in a little bit. We'll continue to watch the market. We're pretty much trading in a balanced market. If you took away the session VWAP, and this is all you could see, right? Okay, I'll be back. 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock in the classroom.